to take a step back because at this point, resentment is not my goal. I like to have a free and clear mind so I can create things. Yeah, if you have a free canvas, you can paint anything you want to paint on it. So I try as much as possible to avoid all those dramas and stuff. So yeah.
All right. So let's head over to the prince. So I'm saying so he's an actual prince from the royal family. I think that it was quite a. I mean, you're not the first prince to come.
Most
on
definitely.
The season. Yes, but the game or what you played or who you were with in the house sort of gave some people. I'm sure you'd have seen some tweets. Which prince with this one? Are you sure this prince is taking the next throne? Because the prince and the maidens will be in trouble in that kingdom. But do you think that, first of all, coming into a show, being from a royal family, going into that show and playing the game that you played, do you think that that was something that your family would be proud of? Something where you also trying to like be careful or, you know, it doesn't really matter?
To be honest, at first when I go into the house, I was really thinking about what my people will be thinking, you know. And to be honest, like, it made me be in a shell. You know, it didn't make me, you know, show who I am, you know, showcase myself more because I was thinking of what, you know, my dad, my mom, you know, the people where I worked before, you know, what everybody, my friends would be thinking. So, and to be honest, I was also very observant of the cameras. So many check-cams, you know what I mean? So like, you look left to see camera, you look right to see camera. So I was very conscious of that. But my second week, I had to close every
and loosen up a bit.
I had to loosen up a bit. So that's why it was very hard to start showing my real self, you know. And I just started doing me for real. Yeah,
so that's you. So what's the dynamics with Isabella? Now this is the question that I got from most people, right? It's that she's a mother.
Yeah,
which I think you were aware of
definitely.
A 14-year-old son who is a teenager.
Yes,
do you
sir.
think that you put her in a compromising situation? Do you think you could have handled things better in the sense where her son, the internet never forgets, will wake up and see those videos or could have been watching, you know, in those situations? So looking back now, is there something you would have corrected in that situation?
Yes, most definitely. I would have stood my ground with her, you know. I would have supported her in every step she took, you know, in all the fights. I would have been there for her because most of the time when she's collecting gas bills, I'm nowhere to be found, you know what I mean? So I would have really been there for her, and I regretted everything, but like, genuinely, I really liked the babe. I still really like her.
Okay.
You know, we had a conversation before I was evicted, and I told her I really want to pursue things outside of the house, and, you know, I'm learning to, you know, I'm trying to be a better person for her and also for myself, you know. I don't like BDAs. I started doing most of these things because of her, because that's what she likes, you know. She wants to be seen. She wants people to know I am a man, you know. So, you know, I told her that it's going to be a learning curve. It's going to be one step at a time. So it was just unfortunate that I didn't stay, you know, enough time to prove myself. But I would like to see outside of the house and have conversations. I
mean, speaking about unfortunate things, I think when you left, she cried. And there are two things for the tears. It could be, yes, she was missing you. The second one, a few of the housemates told her that you were not taking her serious. You said, oh, if you stayed longer the second week, you're going to play another game. And so she kept on, even yesterday, she kept on repeating it out. Oh, really? Was that what that was for you? So who were the housemates that you had this conversation with? I think Kola said you told him in confidence that you were not going to take her serious. You know,
I mean, like, I just don't want to say anything negative against Kola. You know, it is what it is. If that's his plan to make Isabella not like me or dislike me, then it will be fine. I'll see him outside of the house. You know what I mean? But like, because the same confidence that he claims we're having a conversation, I told him genuinely I like the babe. He asked me, you know, real talk. And I think that was last week, you know, when Thelma and Isabella were going band for band.
Forth, yeah.
I was downstairs and he came to me and said, oh, do you really like this babe? And I said, yes, I genuinely like the babe. You know what I mean? So for me to be hearing, he went back behind my back to be saying things like that, it makes me now realize that he's a sneaky nigga, you know?
Language. But I did see, so now the one that I saw, I think having conversations with Sultana, I don't know if Doris was in the mix about, you know, it seems like every Saturday party, people were always, okay, these people are going to have an argument.
Yeah.
And most times you felt like you acted like you were tired. And you kept on saying, this girl is stressing me. I don't think I can do this again. And the next thing we see both of you together. So you can maybe see the reason why even if you told him that you do like this babe, but your actions kind of.
Yeah, like, she's a very, very outspoken person. I'm more relaxed and a chill person. So, in as much as I like the babe, I was trying to also, get used to, I'm not used to always being in arguments every time. I'm not always used to, being the center of an argument or whatever. But, yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
So now speaking about staying true to yourself, being authentic in the house, I mean, regardless of the fact that it's a game show, it's a reality TV show, and so it means that when people are seeing you, they expect to see a certain reality of yourself. What is it about being in this experience? I would call it a social experiment, right?
Yes,
because
it is a social experiment.
even if you went to boarding school in uni and you stayed with 8 people in a room, this is quite a crowd to literally a 2-bedroom flat because you can't go any other place, So what's something that you learned about yourself that, coming out now, you're like, it was a moment of reflection for you that this house taught you about that, whether it's good or bad, that you want to either correct or you are going to embrace it?
Stop procrastinating things. Make time for the ones you love or you care about, and always, when you want to have a conversation, you can say, let's leave. When I felt the urge to do it, but I was like, I'm just going to do it later. And then it later never came, right? So that's one of my aha moments. I had to break down. I was like, I could have done a whole lot for Farah, for Sabrina, but I kept pushing it off, like, we'll do it the next week, we'll do it the following week. But anyways, so that, and then patience. Patience is very important to me. I learned how to be patient with people. I learned how you can be somewhere and your presence is not there. Your attention is not there. So your presence is like, you're just there, present, but your attention is not there. So bringing my attention into conversations, my attention to my presence is my next goal and my next rule for myself. So like I went in there going to unlearn, learn new things,
Relearn.
and so that's basically where I am.
Oh, nice. What about you, Kiki?
Yes, I'll say standing my ground for Isabella, also showcasing myself more out there because, like you said, there's no you feel like there's time, and my center of my world, because most of the time when I'm down or I'm sad or I'm mopey, it's because
there
of
was
Isabella,
just one.
you know what I mean? And I really didn't care how other people perceived me in their house. I just really needed her to see me and also know that I genuinely care for her.
So what should they look out for in a few seconds, because we're wrapping up, for KU Kumi?
Most definitely my brand, Night and Night Culture, taking it to the next level. I'm representing every day, acting, modeling, talk shows, anything possible. I'm down for that.
Okay, what about you, Otega? King of Spices.
Yes, we're going to be releasing a spice and condiment line called King of Spice, and also the roadshow King of Spice, really doing food and storytelling. And going back to my former love, Rice Box, which is my first love, we're going to be bringing good food to Yaba and environs, and even to the island. So please stay locked in, follow us on socials, and get the dates.
Speaking about socials, share the socials, because me, I'm interested. Food, I love food. So share your socials with us.
On our social media platform, it is Otega Eritomi, OTEGA ERITOMI. TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Please reach out to me, drop a message, and for the food page, ricebox_NG.
What about you, Kiki?
Kaikumi, official Kaikumi on Instagram, on Facebook, also on Twitter, Kaikumi, on Snapchat, Kumido Ajibade, on TikTok, Kaikumi Ajibade.
All right, thank